it's calling you, it's calling you. The summer days are over, no time to reminisce. Will you be here in the winter or give up all of this? Counting all the ways that I still love you. I know you care for me still. Counting all the stars left on the floor.
All right, how's it going out there? It's Friday. It's time again for another round of trivia here online because we are not in a bar. All we can do is pretend we're in a bar and hang out here online with everybody. As always, trivia will be starting shortly after 7 o'clock. If you need a bucket to play in tonight's game, go outside, find a bucket in your backyard, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's trivia game. If you don't have a bucket outside, then go in your bathroom, tip over that garbage can, throw out the toilet paper, or throw it on the floor. I don't care what you do with it. Bring that and use that as a bucket for tonight's game. We'll be starting shortly after 7 o'clock. We may have an issue with the raffle. I believe my son keeps trying to fall asleep. So it might be Lucky's cat of a Bernie or something like that. The cat might win all the prizes. 6:49, everybody, in the afternoon. Sunny skies in the Westchester area. Coming at you live from the waterfront properties of Westchester, Florida. Here for trivia starting at 7 o'clock. Hopefully you all went and bought drinks at your local to-go locations. As I recommend always, you can go to Bar Nancy or you can go to the flip side. Both of which are open Wednesday through Sunday, starting at 4 o'clock. One closes at 8, one closes at 9. You can buy drinks, start drinking, and pretend you're at the bar playing trivia. I checked in on Sandbar, and they're taking advantage of the fact that they can't have indoor dining to do even more renovations than they were originally planning, and they said they're coming back bigger, better, but it's still going to be Sandbar. So hopefully that will be... they say hopefully by Labor Day, but we'll see what happens. Labor Day isn't that far away to begin with, so. Misfits in representation, Lawyers Group. Roll, boys, roll! Danny in the house. Oh, that's not it. There it is. Team, wait a minute, Mr. Postman in the house. Team Trivia Civil War era. It's Friday. After 7 o'clock. It's time now for Home Trivia. If you don't already have a bucket to play, go outside your house, find a bucket, bring it inside, and use that to play in tonight's game. Right now, let's get started by going over the rules of tonight's game.
It's Friday, you bastards.
As always, we have a one-player minimum, but please stay 6 feet apart from each other. If you're near people you don't know. So 6 feet apart. If you don't know the people around you, let me turn some lights off around here. This is getting weird now. That'll work. Maybe. And you need to be at least one person in order to play. Grab 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10, or get one big piece of paper with 3 columns and make it 1 through 10. We have 30 questions in the game. That's why you need 1 through 10 in 3 different rounds. And any funny team name you come up with, feel free to write it here in the comments, and I'll try to read them as I see them. Feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want. Nobody else can hear you that you're playing against except the people around you. So feel free to scream and shout because it doesn't make a difference. We have no prizes to give you anyway. However, please don't look up the answers. And if you do know the answer, don't post the answers in the comments. You're playing with yourself, so you would only be cheating yourself. Question round 1 are worth 1 point each. Question round 2 are worth 2 points each. Question round 3 are worth 5 points each. And first and second place is whatever you want to give yourselves. But please take a picture of yourself while playing and tag at Trivia Mammy on all social media platforms. And if I see it, I'll grab it. I'll put it up on here. Look, I got, where's the team name I just saw? Herman Cain's Ghost. Where's the button? Remember, we'll also be pulling out our stubs and dancing in the Lucky SOB raffle. Now, since I didn't get any pictures from last week, I again pulled out a favorite old meme from one of the funny team names. And here's one I got. The Bill Cosby Experience. All right, here's our legal disclaimer. If you can read small and fast, you can read that thing. And it's gone. As always, any little bit helps. So if you want to hook it up, hook it up. That's my Venmo. That's my Cash App. All the help we can get. This is not a Steve Bannon situation. I am pretty much telling you I'm using the money for myself and my family. I am not telling you that I'm using the money to build anything and then using the money for myself anyway. So all I'm asking for is money to help myself and my family out, not money to build anything. So it's not a Steve Bannon situation. I am being upfront with you about this. All right, let's get started with tonight's game. It's time now for round one of tonight's game. Round one. Question one. True or false? In 1988, Seoul became the first city in Asia to host the Olympic Games. True or false? Question two. Who was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Who was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? And again, please do not post the answers in the comments. Write it on your paper and figure it out after. All right, question three. What does PEMDAS pertain to? A, disease, B, math, or C, sports? And what does PEMDAS pertain to? Disease, math, or sports? All right, question four. On a TV show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name? On TV show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name? All right, question five. According to Greek mythology, after Pandora had opened her box to release all the evils of the world, what remained inside? A, faith, B, hope, or C, love? Again, according to Greek mythology, after Pandora had opened her box to release all the evils in the world, what remained inside? Faith, hope, or love? I guess the good thing of having the music on a separate laptop is I can go and change the songs in the middle.
I'm not a grown up, but I act like one. When I don't partake in your drinking and your carrying on, I wonder if I'm missing out on the fun. And I remember how you throw yourself at everyone, but they don't want none.
I see Miguel's here.
Junk,
Wombat.
they want you if you're conscious.
You're in today's Drug Off too.
Waste yourself on someone
All right, question 6. Don Rickles played which toy in the Toy Story franchise? Don Rickles played which toy in the Toy Story franchise? All right, question 7. The reactor at the site of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster is now in which country? A, Ukraine, B, Slovenia, or C, Russia? The reactor at the site of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster is now in which country? Ukraine, Slovenia, or Russia? All right, question 8. In the movie Bambi, what type of animal is Bambi's friend Flower? In the movie Bambi, what type of animal is Bambi's friend Flower? All right, question 9. Which is the only Fast and the Furious movie to not feature Vin Diesel? A, Too Fast, Too Furious, the second one. B, Tokyo Drift, the third one. Or C, Fast and Furious, the fourth one. And finally, question 10, everybody's favorite question. Florida or not Florida? I'm going to read a news headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only two possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here's the headline. Police remind residents, don't call 911 if you run out of toilet paper. Is that Florida or not Florida? All right, that's the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was true or false. In 1988, Seoul became the first city in Asia to host the Olympic Games. Question 2, who was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Question 3, what does PEMDAS pertain to? A, disease, B, math, or C, sports? Question 4, on the TV show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name? Question 5, according to Greek mythology, after Pandora had opened her box to release all the evils of the world, what remained inside? A, faith, B, hope, or C, love? Question 6. Don Rickles played which toy in the Toy Story franchise? Question 7. The reactor at the site of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster is now in which country? A. Ukraine, B. Slovenia, or C. Russia? Question 8. In the movie Bambi, what type of animal is Bambi's friend, Flower? Question 9. Which is the only Fast and the Furious movie to not feature Vin Diesel? A. Too Fast, Too Furious, B. Tokyo Drift, or C. Fast and Furious? And question 10. Florida or not Florida, the headline read, police remind residents, don't call 911 if you run out of toilet paper. All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if those are the answers you want to stick with. And again, any little bit helps. You want to help me out, it'll be cool. I mean, that's my Venmo, that's my Cash App. I am not pulling a Steve Bannon here. I am being right up front with you. Anything you send me is to help me and my family, not to build a wall and then I use it for my family anyway. This is all for us, not for anything else. All right, let's move the screen over to the raffle screen, and that's my daughter up there in a much better camera setup with Baby Yoda, who is now made friends with Baby Groot. And I think they're going to run for office together. And let's get started with our first round raffle. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. All right, let's see what we got this time. My daughter's got the prizes. That's my daughter, Leticia, up there. My son will pop in a second once we start calling out numbers. 570, 570. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. 593, 593. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And finally, everybody's favorite prize. One free beer, but he can't drink beer because he's only 12 years old. He gets an iron beer. Going out to the following number. 592, 592. Dance.
B stands for Broncos, BMW, Bengals, and a pair of balls. When you see us pulling up down the aisle, you'll act like we are stars. We're not trying to make a joke.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. That concludes our lucky son of a Bernie raffle this round. He'll be back after round 2 and 3 of tonight's game.
That's how I pay my respect. That's it.
All right, let's go over the answers from round 1. All right, question 1 was true or false. In 1988, Seoul became the first city in Asia to host the Olympic Games. That is false. It was Tokyo. Question 2, who was the first woman to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Aretha Franklin. Question 3, what does PEMDAS pertain to? Math. Question 4, on the TV show Seinfeld, what was Kramer's first name? Cosmo. Cosmo Kramer. Question 5, according to Greek mythology, after Pandora had opened her box to release all the evils of the world, what remained inside? Hope. Like that hope came out loud. Question 6, Don Rickles played which toy in the Toy Story franchise? Mr. Potato Head. He wasn't on your shirt, right? No, she can't hear me. She put her headphones back on. Question 7, the reactor at the site of the Chernobyl nuclear disaster is now in which country? In the Ukraine. Question 8, in the movie Bambi, what type of animal is Bambi's friend Flower? He's a skunk. Question 9, which is the only Fast and the Furious movie to not feature Vin Diesel? Too Fast and Too Furious, the second one. And question 10, Florida or not Florida? The headline reads, police remind residents, don't call 911 if you run out of toilet paper. That was not Florida. That was in Oregon. I actually have a recording of one of those phone calls.
No ha habido ni papel de trole para limpiarse el culo.
Well, actually, that was one from here in Miami. That wasn't from the one in Oregon. All right, these are 1-point questions. So whatever you got right, add them up. You got 1 point for each one. Post your scores in the comments. And I'd like to remind everybody that Bar Nancy is open Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 9 o'clock. You can direct message them at Bar Nancy 305 on Facebook or at Bar Nancy Miami on Instagram. They got great cocktails for sale to go. Check them out. Contact them. See what you can get. Also, the flip side is open. They're constantly overhauling their menu, their catalog of drinks. They got wines, they got beers, they got everything. Contact them for to-go sales. They're open Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 8 o'clock. You can also, check their catalog and order online at flipsidemiami.shopsettings.com. Or if you have any questions, contact them at Flipside Bottle Shop or at The Bend Miami, both of which will lead to Mo. Mo will answer any of your questions, and if you go down there to buy anything, Mo will be there to say hi. So say hi to Mo on our part. All right, we're going to take our first commercial break, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns, then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race-A-Rama. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or Exit 12 on the Turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
Take your family, go with your friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair, it's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
And we're back. See, that didn't affect anything. I didn't play anything on the slideshow for that. That actually went through OBS directly. All right, let's get started. I see you guys posted your scores. It started with round 2. Josh has 10, Kevin 8, Danny 9, Michael has 9, Mr. Postman 10. All right. See how long we can keep this going. Wish my camera was working better if I wouldn't have screwed up the lighting. I had everything perfect until that. All right, let's get started. Round 2 is time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the buckets. Teléfonos en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets. We're starting round 2. Question 1. What came out first? Evan Almighty or Get Smart? Both with Steve Carell. What came out first? And Danny, my knowledge of both is horrible too. All right, question 2. In what 1980/90 sitcom did Leonardo DiCaprio have a recurring role of a homeless boy who is taken in by the family? Ooh. Again, in one 1980/90 sitcom, did Leonardo DiCaprio have a recurring role of a homeless boy who is taken in by the family? All right, question 3. What is the name of the popular Australian food spread? The popular Australian food spread used on sandwiches, toast, and pastries. What is the name of the popular Australian food spread used on sandwiches, toast, and pastries? Missing a comma there. I know I wrote it. It's my fault. All right, question 4. It's time now for the Anal Bum cover. Whose 1979 album is this the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Whose 1979 album is that the cover for? Me and that album cover have the same sepia tone going on right now. All right, question 5. In what country would you find a Yellow River? In what country would you find a Yellow River? All right, question 6. So is our movie clip. So I'll play a clip from a movie. It's released in the year 2000. If you know what it is, write it down. I'll play it once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Listen closely.
You're clearly gay. There's nothing really else to say about that. I think you all know that.
One more time.
You're clearly gay. There's nothing really else to say about that. I think you all know that.
What movie is that from? Write it down. All right, question 7. One of the most legendary love triangles in music history involved model Pattie Boyd and what two rock guitarists which she married? Not at the same time. One of the most legendary love triangles in music history involved model Pattie Boyd and what two rock guitarists which she married? All right, question 8. Blondie's Call Me was the theme song of which 1980 Richard Gere movie? Okay, Blondie's Call Me was the theme song of which 1980 Richard Gere movie? All right, question 9. Which 1980s television hit was renamed El Coche Fantástico for its Spanish viewers? Which 1980s television hit was renamed El Coche Fantástico for its Spanish viewers? Ring, ring, ring. God damn it. Sí, papi, sí. El Coche Fantástico. Yo sé. Sí, papi. Sí, yo sé. Papi says that you should know that because it's in Spanish. He's back there behind me. You see him, right? They're saying no. And finally, question 10. Last question this round. In what U.S. state was Oprah Winfrey born? In what U.S. state was Oprah Winfrey born? All right, that's the end of round 2. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what came out first, Evan Almighty or Get Smart? Both with Steve Carell. Question 2, in what 1980/90 sitcom did Leonardo DiCaprio have a recurring role of a homeless boy who is taken in by the family? Question 3, what is the name of the popular Australian food spread used on sandwiches, toast, and pastries? Ain't No Bum cover, whose 1979 album is that the cover for? Just the name of the artist, not the name of the album. Question 5, in what country would you find the Yellow River? Question 6, movie clip from 2000.
You're clearly gay. There's nothing really else to say about that. I think you all know that.
Question 7, one of the most legendary love triangles in music history involved model Patty Boyd and what 2 rock guitarists which she married? Question 8, Blondie's Call Me was the theme song of which 1980 Richard Gere movie? Question 9, which 1980s television hit was renamed El Coche Fantástico for its Spanish viewers? Question 10, in what U.S. state was Oprah Winfrey born? All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if those are the answers you want to stick with. And as I always say, if you can help me out, help me out. You're helping me and these kids out, plus their mother, who's here too. It's money for me, not money for the wall. I'm not lying to you. Anything you send my way, I will spend on my family. I'm not lying to you and saying that I'm going to build a wall or something and then taking the money anyway. I'm not buying yachts either or luxury items, whatever the hell, or extra T-shirts to wear on top of shirts and extra blazers to wear on top of the 3 shirts, plus bad hairstyles and whatever. All the shit Steve Bannon buys for himself. Let's get started with this round's raffle. My daughter's there waiting, and my son is somewhere to win the prizes. And here we go. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'll pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. Here we go. $589. Dance. All right, he won, you didn't. Say with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. 595. Dance.
Lucia. Oh, yeah. Lucia.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. Wait for the good part.
Así me gusta. Peligrosas.
Descaradas y bandoleras. ¿Por qué? Porque te vayan
Lucia.
And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer, but he can't drink beer. He can only have iron beer, going out to the following number. 568. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And that concludes our lucky son of a Bernie round for this round. We'll be back after round 3 with more prizes. Right now, let's go over the answers from round 2. Question 1 was, what came out first, Evan Almighty or Get Smart? Both with Steve Carell. It was Evan Almighty. And 2, in what 1980/90s sitcom did Leonardo DiCaprio have a recurring role of a homeless boy who is taken in by the family? It was on Growing Pains. Question 3, what is the name of the popular Australian food spread used on sandwiches, toast, and pastries? Vegemite. Handed me a Vegemite sandwich. Right, the Anal Bum cover, whose 1979 album is this the cover for? That is Led Zeppelin. Question 5, in what country would you find the Yellow River? China. Right, movie clips from the year 2000. It is?
You're clearly gay. There's nothing really else to say about that. I think you all know that.
The Ladies' Man. But I think that would sound better with a different set of pictures. I've heard it said before. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking...
You're clearly gay. There's nothing really else to say about that. I think you all know that.
Marco! Rubio! It's a game they play at Wainwright Park and in phone parties. You scream Marco and, somebody pops up going, Rubio! All right, question 7. One of the most legendary love triangles in music history involved model Patty Boyd and what 2 rock guitarists which she married? George Harrison and Eric Clapton. She got it wrong. All right, Blondie's Call Me was the theme song of which 1980 Richard Gere movie? It was the theme song for American Gigolo. There's Richard Gere all shirtless and getting ready. That's in one hand he's got Vaseline, and in the other hand he's got a gerbil named Aldo. That gerbil is named Aldo. All right. Question 9. Which 1980s television hit was renamed El Coche Fantástico for its Spanish viewers? Knight Rider. El Coche Fantástico. Question 10. In what U.S. state was Oprah Winfrey born? In Mississippi. All right. These questions were 2 points each, so multiply whatever you got right times 2. Post your score in the comments. Obviously, add that to your previous score. That total is what your score is at this point. Post that in the comments and argue amongst each other on whether or not you're cheating. And I'd like to remind everybody that you can get to-go drinks and cocktails over at Bar Nancy Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 9 o'clock. Contact them at Bar Nancy 305 on Facebook or at Bar Nancy Miami on Instagram. You can DM them for orders, and you can ask them any questions. They're more than willing to help you out. Also, the flip side is open for to-go sales Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 8 o'clock. You can check their catalog and place your orders on that website, flipsidemiami.shopsettings.com. And if you have any questions, contact them at Flipside Bottle Shop or at The Bend, Miami. Mo will answer any questions you have for him. And if you go there to buy anything, say hi from us. All right, I'm going to take this round of commercial breaks, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal francesa, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, Stones. Herman and McBean, mornings on 97 GTR. Continuous rock and roll.
Ay, bendito, se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mira, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. Amali. La próxima vez échele Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all, get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last,
It's gotta have a name I know.
so we got to Zare.
Get it all,
It's gotta be a real value.
get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
En Miami se llama Zaire. And we're back. Let's see what we got here. We got Daniel 26, Kevin, don't know who, Richard Gere movies. Oh, okay. You'll see. 27 for Michael Robinson, 21 Kevin, Josh 22, Misfits Crappy 19. Danny's got 25. All right, let's go on to round 3. It's time again to put your phones in the buckets. Phones in the bucket, teléfono en la cubeta. Phones in the buckets, everybody. Round 3. Question 1. In what country did the Shinto religion originate? In what country did the Shinto religion originate? All right, question 2. What rock singer was born Edward Louis Severson III? What rock singer was born Edward Louis Severson III? All right, question 3. It's time now to name a celebrity, and we'll put a picture of a celebrity up there. If you know who it is, write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. Name this celebrity. I need her real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen her.
Fear is the mind killer, the little death, the stress that steal the breath straight out your chest. Make your home feel like prison and transform a pile of wisdom to nihilism. It's the lens, everything look dark through in the middle of the night when there's no light to argue. Everything feel kinda cold when your own mind hold you hostage in a blindfold. But you can shapeshift, break out the matrix, hack your feedback loop when it play tricks. The world's gonna look how you feel. Keep your soul in control and the power's real. It's a tightrope.
All right, question 4. Which U.S. president began the annual event of the Easter egg roll on the White House lawns? Which U.S. president began the annual event of the Easter egg roll on the White House lawns?
There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappears when you feed the fear. There's a feedback loop that walk like a phaser. Keep your mind light like a laser. Yeah, with your
freak out. You go mad, speak loud, freestyle life, forget plans like you see now. Meanwhile, what gets kicked to the curb, compassion get trashed when you get disturbed. It's a little absurd what turn ghost when you need it most. Love for all folks.
All right, question 5 as always is our Jumbo. 7 on the top, 6 on the bottom. There's our MANICURELHAHN. Hint an actor, male. Manicure Hang. Figure it out.
There's a feedback loop that delay like an echo. Tune your frequency up and let go. Loud and clear is how you need to hear. And reason disappear when you feed the fear. Yo, when we all unify like a chorus, then we stand strong like a forest.
The country with me. You know that I rehearsed it when I said it wasn't working, and I begged you to get up and leave. I wish that I could rewrite all of the meaningless fights, but I can only be right once in a while.
All right, hopefully you've either figured this out or wrote this information down on your paper somewhere so you can keep working on it. I'm moving on to question 6. The Artful Dodger is a character from which novel? The Artful Dodger is a character from which novel? Got brighter in here suddenly. All right, question 7. What dog breed is known as the Alsatian in Britain and Ireland? What dog breed is known as the Alsatian in Britain and Ireland? All right, question 8. What U.S. state is home to Meteor Crater? What U.S. state is home to Meteor Crater? I think the camera's finally back to where it started. I had to turn off the light over my head.
Pavement under my feet, feeling my own heartbeat, running into the unknown, following where the love goes. Always say 3 words first, always seem to get hurt, never think before I'm talking, never look.
All right, question 9. In 2012, who was the first heavy metal band to get played on Mars to wake up the Curiosity rover? In 2012, who was the first heavy metal band to get played on Mars to wake up the Curiosity rover?
Something in my
And finally, question 10. Last question tonight's game. Something of local history, news, or facts. What recently defunct retailer has announced it is coming back with new stores this November, starting with their first one in Miami, which is now also the headquarters of the company? And what recently defunct retailer has announced that it's coming back with new stores this November, starting with their first store in Miami, which is also now the home of their headquarters. That's now their home. Now they're here. All right, that's the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question was, in what country did the Shinto religion originate? Question 2, what rock singer was born Edward Louis Severson III? So name this celebrity. I need her real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen her. Question 4, which U.S. president began the annual event of the Easter egg roll on the White House lawns? Word jumble, 7 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Those are the letters. Since an actor, male, Manicure Han. 6, the Artful Dodger is a character from which novel? Question 7, what dog breed is known as the Alsatian in Britain and Ireland? Question 8, what U.S. state is home to Meteor Crater? Question 9, in 2012, who was the first heavy metal band to get played on Mars to wake up the Curiosity rover? And question 10, last question of the game, what recently defunct retailer has announced it is coming back with new stores this November, starting with their first one in Miami, which is also now their new headquarters? All right, please check your own answer sheet, see if those are the answers you want to stick with. And again, if you want to help us out, That's our Venmo and Cash App. If you can't, that's also very understandable. I know that I'm not the only one suffering during this whole thing. But if you can and you are willing to, please send a little bit our way. I'm not going to do like Steve Bannon. I'm not lying to you. I will be using it for my family. I will be using it for our expenses. I'm not going to buy a yacht or lavish, luxury items like he did. But I'm not lying to you either. I'm not promising to build a wall that I'm never going to build. So let's get over to the raffle portion. My daughter's there. I think she's going to hit him with a gold chain. I'm not even sure what the situation is over there. And my son is waiting to win prizes. Let's get started. All right, it's time to pull out your stubs. It's raffle time. I'm going to pull a number out of this bucket, and any number I pull out, my son will win. My son will win all the prizes. I'll pull out the first number. My daughter's up there to give it to him. I'm not sure if she's going to hit him or not, but he better stay close enough to be seen on camera. We have to the following number. 594. 594. Dance. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. All right, next one out. 576. 576. Dance. I don't know what happened there. All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie. And finally, everybody's favorite prize, one free beer. One free beer. But it's not a real beer. It's an iron beer. Going out to the following number. 588. 588. Dance.
Opalaka Hialeah is the place to go. It's more than just a market, it's a great big show. Opalaka.
All right, he won. You didn't. Say it with me. You lucky son of a Bernie.
Opalaka Hialeah is the place to go. Opalaka.
That concludes our lucky son of a Bernie round for this game. Now, normally we go to the answers and then we go to the chug off and all that. But since you guys skip out on me at the end of the game, I'm going to go to the chug off now. So I'm going to play a classic chug off from Sandbar. It's one from a couple years ago. It's one Miguel was in. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Here's a classic chug off from the past. That's one Miguel won. He complained that last week I played one where he lost, so I figured I'd play one where he won. It was his birthday, so whatever. Now I'll give you the answers from round 3. All right, question was, in what country did the Shinto religion originate? In Japan. Question 2, what rock singer was born Edward Louis Severson III? Eddie Vedder. Name this celebrity. That is Kristen Wiig. For which U.S. president began the annual event of the Easter egg roll on the White House lawns? Rutherford B. Hayes. We got word jumble, 7 on the top, 6 on the bottom. Those are the letters. It is. I know, Joe, you just figured it out, but I'm sorry, we already have an answer. It is Charlie Hunnam. If you didn't have it already, it's too late. Go run for president. That's what we need you to do. Go do your thing. Question 6. The Artful Dodger is a character from which novel? Oliver Twist. 7. What dog breed is known as the Alsatian in Britain and Ireland? The German Shepherd. I have a problem with saying German. Question 8. What U.S. state is home to a meteor crater? Arizona. Question 9. In 2012, who was the first heavy metal band to get played on Mars to wake up the Curiosity rover? Anthrax. And question 10. What recently defunct retailer has announced it is coming back with new stores this November, starting with their first one in Miami, which is also their new headquarters? Payless Shoe Source. They're coming back. All right, these questions are 5 points each, so whatever you got right times 5, plus add that to your previous total. Post your score in the comments. Figure out who won amongst each other. Again, I'd like to remind everybody that Bar Nancy is open for to-go drinks. DM them for pickup orders at Bar Nancy 305 on Facebook or at Bar Nancy Miami on Instagram. They are open Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 9 o'clock. Also, the Flipside is open for to-go sales Wednesday through Sunday, 4 to 8. You can order online flipsidemiami.shopsettings.com. Contact them at Flipside Bottle Shop or at the Bend Miami. Say hi to Mo on our part. Here's our last set of commercials where you guys are posting your scores, and I'll be back to say goodnight in a second.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
This is the new baby in our family. A baby doll. A famous doll. Archie Bunker's grandson, Joey Stivic. So, of course, he's special. Your child can give him a drink from his bottle, then he wets. And when his diaper is changed, it's clear that Joey Stivic is a physically correct boy doll. My husband and I think that's terrific. And he's such a soft and cuddly doll.
Archie Bunker's grandson, Joey Stivic, by Ideal, is a physically correct boy doll.
What a great idea.
What a great idea, right? All right, as always, I'd like to say thanks, everybody, for joining us. And we always say thoughts and prayers to Linda for having to tolerate Alan. I don't know what the hell Alan is doing there, but obviously that woman is trying to get away from him, and those people are calling security right behind him. But thoughts and prayers to Linda for having to tolerate Alan. As far as Charlie Hunnam, whatever, if you want to accept it, you accept it. That's up to you guys. I would have accepted it if at least I knew you figured it out more or less. I wouldn't have even noticed. I'm telling you the truth. It's not always exactly spelled. As long as I can read what I meant more or less, I'll take it. All right, and I'd also like to thank everybody for watching us. Thanks for you are all winners as far as I'm concerned. Remember, you can follow us at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. Search for Trivia Miami on YouTube to watch this whole game all over again. And our website is triviamiami.com for any more information. As we always say, up at the bend.
Fuck Hector.
And everybody else says...
Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector. Fuck Hector.
No ha habido ni papel de trole para limpiarse el culo.
Again, any little bit helps. You want to help us out. That's my Venmo and my Cash App right up there. Otherwise, as long as you keep joining me and keep the word going that we're doing this, so let everybody know that we're doing this, go on Miami New Times website, and, there's all these categories you can vote on. There's another one of categories we missed. Put trivia and then vote for us. Pick the bar you're from. Doesn't matter, but make sure you specify Trivia Miami and say it's something like they have been online for 20-plus weeks, whatever it is at this point. But I'd like to thank everybody for joining us. We'll be back here next Friday, 7 o'clock, same time. Well, I go live at 6:45 if you want to come early and talk on the chat thing. And I hope to see you all next week. Again, thank you for joining me. Good night, everybody. I'm going to let Cox on the Radio sign us off.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.